Welcome Geminis. Welcome to Keykey's Doorway. Let's see what your soulmate wants to relook at for October 31st to November 2nd. Happy Halloween. God, Goddess, God, Gaia, Mother, Father. What does Mr. and Miss Gemini's soulmate want to relook at for October 31st to November 2nd, 2018? What actions will Mr. and Miss Gemini's soulmate will be taking for October 31st to November 2nd, 2018? What actions? Okay. Let's see. Masculine Gemini, your soulmate has met you, or is we looking at how they met you as a Celtic. Celtic, their cells and your cells, your chromosomes, who you are, the genetic makeup of who you are, through your traits, resemble Celtic traditions. Whether that means you're earthly, earth, what is earthbound to you? What is your core? Even using the earth as medicine. Water, you are connected to the ether, so you know about the water. How does your intuition and emotions connect you to the harvest within you and around you? Fire. What is the core? What is things that you will physically do to set your core value of who you are into motion? And how would you use your air, which is you, Mr. Gemini, to communicate that? Or to use Instagram, Twitter, anything that is of social media? How would you have used it? In these times, we used it by traveling and talking to people that resembled the very aspects that we hold within us. That's what your soulmate is re-looking at. What core values that they resonate with that can tie them in or connect them to others that think like them but have their own perspective. This is what you're also thinking about as well, Mr. Gemini. Miss Gemini makes sense. Celtic is a part of the elements. Earth, wind, fire, water. Earth, this is how we get our groundiness from the second house of Taurus, from the sixth house of Virgo, and giving and taking. Because giving and taking, a plant is a tree is asexual, I believe, meaning they can make and produce their own selves. Some trees require alpha or masculine energy to procreate, to make more. However, even when doing that, what are the traditions? What are the traits? What are the religions? What are the roots going to be taking place when it comes to the energy and emotions? And we talked about the sexuality, but what is the spiritual makeup of how it gives birth? That's what your soulmate is re-looking at, feminine Geminis, is how their tradition, their religious core values, their energy, their emotions, their spirituality, their sexuality, their sensuality, how all these things made them the solid person that they are now. Now they're looking at, is that still ringing true? If it isn't, or it needs retweaking or remodelizing, that's what they're going to do to become that strong tree, that anchor for not just themselves, but for others to germinate from as well. Masculine Geminis, your soulmates, including you, are stepping into the king of water. Now, you are air sign, so you're stepping into the king of water. Now, because you're so intuitive, how do you think you get your intuition? You're very communicative and worldly. How do you become worldly? Well, you are the air, so you can feel by using the intuition where the goods are at, where the new information is at that you would want to know, that will help you to survive in this world. Yet, when it came to explaining how did you know where to go and when did you know what to do, you would get doubtful, not realizing that you were using your intuition and you were using your emotions that whole time as a map, as a compass to guide you. So, you and your soulmate is becoming trustworthy. You all are becoming more compassionate. Masculine Geminis, compassionate. Yes, you can be very compassionate. If you wasn't compassionate, then why all the women and the men be attracted to you? You know how to magnetize and mesmerize us as a human being. And for that, we're thankful for. So much that people that are near you want to kneel before you. And we see that you are very cultured and respected in the receipts, meaning everything that you speak of, you actually have the receipts. So people feel very open-hearted to you, and they feel that they can open their minds to you and around you. So please, as they're doing that around you, Mr. Gemini, Miss Gemini Soulmate, Mr. Gemini Soulmate, as you're opening your eyes and mind to those around you by stepping into your kingdomship, have trust and have those heartfelt conversations. Because when you do, both you and your soulmate will understand that, wow, is this why they call us the messenger of heaven and earth? Is this why our planet is Mercury of the communications of the globe? Is this why people internationally want us and love us? Yes. And the charity work that you have been doing or about to embark on will be well reciprocated, will be well appreciated by you. Because only you know how to bring out that talent. Female Geminis, your soulmate has the 4 foundations, or they have the 4 pillars to make their foundation. Now they're thinking about how they want to communicate that. So before they communicate it, they got to take a rest. Because before realizing the 4 pillars of their foundation, again, they were seeing their traditions, their religions, their emotions, and their energy, sexuality, sensuality, as their anchor, as their chromosome, as their genetic trait. And while doing that, they had to either revise, revamp, reevaluate, or even regroom. And while they were regrooming, yeah, that took a lot of energy. So they have to take that rest. If this is you, feminine Geminis, you got to take that rest too, Mom. Take a vacation, whether that be an hour or 2 or a weekend, whatever it takes to feel that break, like physically feeling and emotionally feeling that break. Allow yourself more time in making that next decision. Meditate more. Meditating Whether that means meditating through music, meditating through painting, meditating through dancing, meditating through swimming, meditating through climb rocking, meditating through riding your bike, meditating through writing, meditating through anything that requires you to have a focus only on that is meditation. So whatever you consider a meditation that is healthy for you, though, that you feel that will help you, now is the time. And it will provide you the answers you're looking for. And it will provide the answers for you and your soulmate. Masculine and feminine Geminis. Masculine Geminis, you and your soulmate are understanding what it would mean physically to give and take to each other. But before you reconnect with your soulmate, you're re-looking at for yourself, what does it mean, masculine Gemini, to give and take? What does it mean to give to yourself and to also take from yourself? So, example, I love smoothies, okay? That will require me to have money to get it, okay? All right, I spend the money, but I didn't feel happy spending it. So did I really give and take equally? No. Okay, what is another thing I can do? All right, I like smoothies. I love smoothies. Yet I don't want to spend it because I might want to save in getting curtains or getting bed sheets or something other productive. Okay, I have a blender. Why don't I just buy fruits from a vendor and blend them? So yeah, I'm spending money, but not that much. I'm able to budget it, and I get what I want. So I am giving and taking. That's just one example from my mind's eye to give you, masculine Geminis. This is what your soulmate is trying to figure out, how to use things that they physically do in their lives as a give and take, so they can practice. Give some money, time, and effort will be coming to you and your soulmate. New career opportunities will be present, Mr. Geminis. So think about how much energy, how much time, how much effort do you want to really give? Because the amount that you give, that's the amount you will receive in compensation. That's the amount you will receive in assets. That's the amount you will receive in necessities. It will be a balance there. This is what your soulmate is going through as well. They're receiving a loan or paying off old debts to clear the way for a new life, to clear a way for having your world reflect what's going on with you right now. Female Geminis, your soulmate, including you, are becoming that scale. Gemini had the scale, their soulmate had the scale in the 6th house, which is all about give and take. But they used the Libra scale and weighing that out. Miss Gemini, your soulmate, is communicating the give and take. So yes, Gemini, your soulmate is physically doing the work, and you're physically doing the work of giving and taking to yourself. But Miss Gemini, you're now going to be communicating what is required to give and take. So if you had to communicate, for example, I like when people call me. If I had someone, if my soulmate was to talk to me, or if I had to think of what would be a potential soulmate interaction, let me say it that way, because I am single right now. I'm getting myself right. Does not mean I do not imagine what a soulmate could be for me and what a soulmate could mean for me. So if I had to ask myself, if I had a man come to me and say, hey, and my soul matches with their soul and I'm connecting to them, and they really want to get to know me, like, what is it that I should know about you? Well, if I had to communicate one of them, I prefer talking on the phone than texting. Yes, I don't mind texting, but texting to me is like texting for business or texting short conversations. And then when you want to get to the deep nitty gritty, that's when you pick up the phone and continue the conversation. If the person doesn't, say for instance, the person that my soul is connected to doesn't feel comfortable speaking on the phone, right? And they have to communicate this back to me like, oh, I love that you like to speak on the phone, but I don't feel comfortable talking. Okay, then I would have to communicate. This is why I like to hear someone's voice on the phone. I don't mind texting, but if you're going to text me, it would have to be throughout the day. Why? Because I work, I'm active, I'm doing other things, and I want to be engaged with people that really do want to talk to me physically. So I want to have that energy for them. And for those that don't, I still have energy for them, but I would rather text them. So the reason why I would rather speak to you is because energetically, if I like you, but I have other things to do and I have other things on my plate, I'm just going to text you. But if I really, really like you and I want to invest in you and I want you to eventually invest in me, I'm going to eventually call you. Because I want you to know that I physically value that you're taking the time out to listen to me and me listening to you. That you actually picked up the phone when you could have actually just kept texting. You know, so that's one way of communicating what is give and take to you. I can give you, if the person didn't like to talk to me on the phone, I can text you, but now I got to set boundaries for that to have you see that I can text, but my attention span on texting is not long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. But then if you want me to keep texting you on the phone, then you're gonna have to have some topics, like different objectives that you would like to talk about that is juicy for me to want to keep texting you. If not, then I'm not going to text. So I'll text you, but not much. But conversation I can. This is an example of what your soulmate is thinking about, how giving and taking looks like when it comes to communicating. Because communicating, your give and take also would mean that you would have to have boundaries up, or you not have boundaries up, but you would have to have boundaries to have these things that you value and appreciate met. This is what you are thinking about doing and will be doing, Miss Gemini, and this is what your soulmate will be demonstrating and practicing too. So that poor timing will be seen as the right time, because you need that pause. If you're going to have this type of conversation with a soulmate or with anyone that your soul disconnects to on any level, you're going to have to communicate why giving and taking is important to you, or even give an example of what give and take means to you. For me, giving and taking in my life would be texting and calling. Calling means you're giving yourself to me openly. You're able to express who you are openly. Texting meaning you want to hide or you don't want to express too much of yourself emotionally. So when I explain that to someone, then they at least know where I look or how I look at texting compared to calling someone. Now, based on the information I give them, they can use that to build a better bond with me, or they can use that to distance a bond with me, meaning they heard what I said about texting and calling, and they still would rather text me more than call. So now I would have to implement plans that go to what I revised in how I'm going to take on someone or a situation when I tell them what is a give and take to me and they are not listening. What would that look like after that? Then that's something also that I have, or that your soulmate is going to be thinking about. So Mr. Miss Geminis, you and your soulmates are becoming more grounded in what you want as a give and take, both mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually, sensually, sexually, in any other area of your life. You want that equal balance of give and take. What that means to you, that's what you and your soulmate are really going to be looking at for the next couple of days. I love you, Mr. and Miss Gemini. Thank you for walking into the doorway, to Keykey's doorway. Thank you for walking into your own Akashic records and coming out the doorway with me with more knowledge of who you are, with more confidence and understanding of the blueprint of who you are as the star seed. I love you. Thank you for donating to the channel. Thank you for allowing me to do personal and one question video readings. it's been excellent and continue to be an excellent journey. If you would like to get a personal or one question reading, look within the description box below. It will give you a 4-step, very quick, easy. I know we humans, so we don't like to have any complications. The 4 steps or stages, or 4 steps really, are very easy. If you would like to get that personal or one question reading. Thank you. Thank you for watching, liking this video, and having this. If this video or reading resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with others. Thank you. I love you, Mr. Miss Geminis. We will see you on the other side.